about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I am excited to be here. I am exactly 19 days away, 18 and 23 hours. We're counting down to Raleigh, North Carolina, Galaxycon. These are some of the people that are going to be there, and I am super excited to be a part of this. It grows and grows every year, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to go back with my son, get all the autographs and do the photo ops and all the things and meet all the people. It's not just the actors or voice actors or artists and stuff that are there that I love seeing. It's the people that come to these things. Some of the cosplay there is amazing. Their outfits are just so intricate and amazing. The people are amazing. I have so much fun. If you are watching and you're going to Galaxycon in Raleigh, North Carolina, I'm excited to see you guys because the people are just so much amazing and fun. So I have a great time every year, and I look forward to going to that again. Now, this is a budgeting channel, so I have to do the budget on this. I have to figure out what I'm going to spend, where the money's coming from, and how we're going to do it. And that is what we're going to talk about first. We are talking about, move this out of the way, what I paid in tickets and what hotel costs for me and things like that. So I typically stay in the same area every year, and I have what I did last year. So here we go. This is it. This is what we did. I have my tickets up here. Last year I did VIP tickets. That was the first year I've ever done it. This year I'm doing VIP tickets. Again, they're so worth the money. You get more time to do more autographs, and it's easier on the feet for my health and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be a great year. I just love going, and I hope I can continue to go, but I don't know if we can afford to continue to go because this is not cheap, as you can tell. But the tickets in 2022 were $591.22. For two people, VIP, 4 days. It broke down, as you can see, go through here, to $73.90, just over 90 cents per day, which is not that bad for VIP tickets. You get to go in earlier, I think a little bit earlier than others. I think you get to, you definitely get the faster lanes to get the autographs a lot faster, and just you get all these goodies in a bag and these perks and stuff like that. There's a VIP room to go sit and rest, kind of away from the crowd. It does get crowded in there, but it's still a good place to go and just kind of take a break and kind of relax and then get back out there and do what you want to do. So I'm really excited for this year. This year, inflation is happening. You can see it in the numbers. Where last year we paid $5.91 for tickets, this year is $6.36.66. It broke down to $79.58, just over 58 cents a day. So yeah, there is a difference there. Not a huge difference. If you want to know the numbers, let's see what I have. 79.58 minus the 90.25. So they were $5.68 difference between last year and this year times 4 days. That's each day. It's $22 times 2, which gives us $45 more than last year for two people. So that's $45 more in tickets. That's almost an entire extra day of ticket if you buy the day passes. The day passes have different prices. I hate to say this, but Galaxycon is pretty much sold out. They might have a Saturday late day pass, which is at 3 p.m. and later. Cannot guarantee that you will get to meet the people you want to meet, and if you don't, if you have VIP, you would have already been there. So you have to stay in the longer lines and things like that. So it's a thing. It's a thing. Hotel night is $394.11 for 3 nights, and that broke down to $130.79 per night for me and my son, and we get a room together. My parents live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I know the area. That's why I go there. So the first few days before the con, I'm at my parents' house, and then a day or so after, I stay at my parents' house too. So just to visit and be with them while we're in town. This year, let's see what we got in differences. $478.82 a night, or 3 nights, and then $159.61 per night. So that went up. 159.61 minus 130.79. Okay, $28.82 more than the previous year. Now that we know how much per night more it is, I'll just do the difference between the 3 nights total, because that's a big difference, I think. 478.82 minus 394.11. $84.71 more than last year in total for our hotel stay. Now, our hotel stay is actually in Cary. I've been going to the same hotel since 2017. It's a Fairfield by Marriott in Cary, and right next door is a Spring Hill Suites, which is also, I think that's what it's called, which is also a Marriott hotel, and they share the same parking lot. It's the same location. I'm just like, okay, why was one more than the other? It's usually the other way around. So I was able to get a good deal. If not, I would have had to pay another $120 more than this for this year. So this is inflation, guys. This is what's going on. Now, gas, yeah, it's inflation, but at the same time, I'm driving further. Gas is $66.83. Last year, I only lived 3 hours from Raleigh, North Carolina. This year, I live 8 hours away. So a round trip for gas was one full gas tank for me. Obviously, I drove around. I did not count driving around, spending time with my parents and things like that. And then just the drive down and drive up. And I knew it was a half tank of gas. So that was what we spent last year. This year, I am budgeting $300 because I have to drive 8 hours, and I really don't know what that entails or how much that costs. So I'm driving with my son. My husband and other son will be at home. So yeah, that's just a cost I'm going to have to figure out, and I think that's going to be plenty to cover gas, but I'm not sure. So it's a guesstimate. Food, last year we spent $238.31. I thought this year I'd just round it up to $300, not knowing what inflation is going to look like and what we're going to buy. They do have food at the convention, and we do have something delivered, like a pizza once while we're at the hotel on Friday nights. So that is what we're having there. And photo ops. So photo ops, professional photo ops, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like. I don't know if I have one with me. I can show you on my phone. I don't typically do professional photo ops. I've done a few. You know what? I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So professional photo ops. I'll show you what one looks like. And don't laugh, because I love this one. But I have this one here. This is Brandon Fraser. There was a plexiglass between us, and we just kind of did our heart thing right there. And me and my son went and saw Brandon Fraser and then met with him last year. And this is what they call professional photo op. So this is what I prepay for before we go to Galaxycon. It's just easier to go ahead and get your QR code, get in line whenever, and you still can buy them when you're there, but I just find it easier to buy it ahead of time. So professional photo ops is what we do. I rarely do them. I have one with me, this one here, and this is the only one I've ever done. My son does a lot more than I do. So that's what a professional photo op is. You go in, not always is there a plexiglass. If you look at cons and people's pictures, you can probably see and notice what they look like. And so last year we spent $553.16 on photo ops. So far this year we've done $330.86. We might do one more. I don't know if it's $60 or $80 for my son, but I think we're going to try to buy that one at the con. If he's doing what they have at the con when you go to their tables and get their autographs, A lot of times you can just walk up. I'll show you Brandon's autograph here. You walk up, you pick something, and they'll autograph for you, and it's for a price. And then they also do selfies at the table. Brandon Fraser did not do selfies last year, but a lot of the artists do, and my son typically does a combo of autograph and selfies at the table. So I don't prepay for those autographs until I just pay for them when I get there. And I use cash when I get there because it's usually cheaper than the card, because there's usually a card processing fee. And I don't want to pay those extra $2, $3, $4, $5 depending on how much the autograph costs. And yeah, so we have one more that we're going to probably buy once we get there. Okay, I am back, and I had to stop for a minute, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but I know I was talking about getting an extra photo op, and that is going to be with Charles Martinet. Right now, his profile on Galaxycon says that he's only doing autographs at the table, he's not doing selfies. But if we get there and he is doing selfies, then we'll just do a selfie at the table and purchase that. If not, we will buy the professional photo ops. So I'm excited about that. Autographs and selfies. Both of these are autograph selfies. Yeah, last year we saw 22 and we got 22 autographs. That was $1,425. My son brings $1,500 to $1,900 with us from his savings for the entire year. And so when we have that kind of money for him to pay for that, a lot of this other stuff we'll pay for. This year, we're estimating higher. We're still doing about 22 autographs, but I'm seeing actually 3 individuals. I usually just see one, like last year, Brandon Fraser. And that was mainly because my son wanted to meet him and I wanted to meet him. And that's going to happen again this year, and I will go over that in a minute. But based on what the sales price is for what they're charging for selfies and autographs and things like that at the table, that is what we're guessing right now. So me and my husband are paying for some, and then my son's paying for his portion. Parking last year was about $45. I don't know with inflation if it's going to be any different, and that's $60. And then total spent here last year, $3,313.63, not including the souvenir. This was mostly all this other stuff. When I added the souvenir in that my husband wanted, which I have, let me find my phone. There it is. I have, he wanted a Megalodon fossil tooth. And there is an oddities shop that comes to the con every year. And I'm sure he does great business. I'm looking for my pictures here. And albums. SuperCon, Galaxycon. It used to be called SuperCon. And so here we go. Megalodon tooth. And make sure the brightness is up. There we go. This is what my husband wanted. And for reference, it's that big. So it's my son's hand right there. And it's a great artifact and authentic. It comes from, I think in South Carolina, there's a lake or something there's full of these, but it's also full of gators. So not everybody dives there. But he enjoys this. We have it on display here. And that was $456.87. The guy did give us $25 off for my husband being a veteran, which was nice. And so yeah, that was 2022. That's what we spent, $3,770.50. This year, we're probably going to spend about the same. I do have a list of extra autographs and stuff. I don't think I'll get it if I want to stay closer to this number, and my husband is not getting any additional big ticket item like a Megalodon tooth. This was a one-time thing. Normally we don't buy extras, but we might buy a shirt, we might buy souvenirs and things like that. If you do hear thunder, there's a pop-up thunder shower over our house right now. So do apologize for that. So that is the budget. This is what I plan to spend on Galaxycon. Now, if this is all you came for, great. You can stop watching here. But if you want to know the breakdown of this $1,700 and how all this is going to fit together and how I make my decisions on who to see and how much that's going to cost, stick around because I have that spreadsheet for you. Okay, so here's my spreadsheet. Might grab some highlighters and show what we are doing. The first 1, 2, 3, 4 items here is something I'm getting that either my husband wanted or I wanted in an autograph. I'm not doing professional photo ops except for one with my son this year. I'm trying to pick a color. I got my pencil case here. I'm trying to get out my colors here and my highlighters and figure out what I want to do. So I think for me, what do I want? Oh, no, it's too dark. Okay, my favorite color is purple, and then I think for my son, I'm just going to do this blue, and that should separate them. So I'm going to put this away. There we go. So, things you need to know for Galaxycon. Let me zoom even way closer. It'll probably blur as I move my hand across, but this is a good clear picture. So this is, here at the top, our master wish list of autographs and selfies at the table. So what you get, what I'm talking about, autographs and selfies at the table, are literally you get to pick from a picture selection that they have. Here's another one I have. This is Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid. I met him a while back, and then they used my phone and took a picture, and that's me and Ralph Macchio. This is one of my favorites, prized possessions. I think he's awesome. So I wish I had done a photo op with him, but I didn't. And it was the second year I had gone to Galaxycon, so I was still learning what to do and how much money we had and all that stuff. So, but that was just enough for me. I was so thrilled to meet him, and he's such a great guy. I was so starstruck, I couldn't say anything. And basically, I thanked him for coming and doing the show. He's like, absolutely. I'm like, oh my gosh, so embarrassing, but it was pretty awesome. This year, between me and my husband, the first one we want is, or he wants, is an autograph of Vincent D'Onofrio. So let's pull up picture time on my phone because I have them screenshotted. And Vincent D'Onofrio. Okay, so here is Galaxycon. I was showing you this earlier. 18 days and 23 hours and counting before we're allowed in. I think I'm allowed to get in at 1 o'clock, but everybody else, general tickets, get in at 2 o'clock. Schedule, parking, where's the guest? Oh, here we go. So this is Galaxycon Raleigh. There's the tickets. We're going to guest here, and we're just going to look at what's going on. So here's all the celebrities and who's going to be there. There's Vincent D'Onofrio right there. And this is how I figure out how much we're going to spend and what days we're going to see who and all the things. So the first thing you do is go to their little profile here, and then you go here and appearing in Raleigh, what days. He's only going to be there Saturday and Sunday. When I first saw this, it only had Saturday. We only had one day, and then he added a day, which was a blessing because if I can't get him to the first day, I can get to him on the second day. But he's going to be my priority on Saturday, as well as a few other actors. But Vincent D'Onofrio, I know him from Men in Black. He was the Edgar in Edgar suit. And then my husband knows him from Full Metal Jacket as Private Pyle. He was on Law and Order, Criminal Intent. And my other favorite, Adventures in Babysitting. He was a tow truck guy. And the little girl, I think, in that called him Thor, which was awesome. I thought that was hilarious. So this is where they have how much an autograph is and a professional photo op. Now you have two options. I always buy mine in advance. You can buy when you get to the con. Oh, that was a good thunder. So you can buy them at the Galaxycon, but I did not want a professional photo op with him because I'm buying this mostly for my husband, and he's not going to be able to be there, so there you go. But I am getting the autograph. Now, I could pay for the autograph now, but if I do, I would be using a credit card, and there is a fee for that charge. So what I'm actually going to do is bring cash. And yes, it's a lot of cash to bring, but I bring the cash for the actual people that I'm going to be meeting that day. And only that cash. I use my credit card to pay for any food and souvenirs and things like that separately. But cash at the table is cheaper than, in my experience, than prepaying for it now. If you do prepay for it early, like I said, processing fee, but what you get is a QR code, and then they scan that at the table. So that is that. And then he has virtual orders you can do. This one's due by July 13th. I've never done the virtual, but I have done the in-person, which is what this is. So let's go back to the list. And that is how that breaks down. Then you can come here. We are going to see Christopher Lloyd. That is also somebody important to us to see. And he's going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I make sure I have all these boxes and I put down what day I want to see. D'Onofrio is going to be Saturday and Sunday. Christopher Lloyd is going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I want to see him on Friday. So I put the dollar amount here so I know how much I'm going to spend. I didn't want to put X's and O's because it looked a little cluttered on this sheet for filming purposes, but the rest of this would have had $0, or I would have carried that over so I knew it was for 3 days. But that's okay. This is just for you guys. And of course, Doc Brown, Fester, he was Roger Rabbit, things like that. Now he has his own way of doing things. Autograph standard. Now I've never met a celebrity that was doing it this way, but the standard autograph gets the 8x10, just like I showed you in Ralph Macchio's. You pick one of their pictures and you get it signed, and it's on their table. You just tell them which one you want and they'll give it to you, and then you hand it to them once you get to the celebrity and they will autograph. Sometimes they'll put your name, sometimes they just autograph it. It just depends on who it is, and you can talk to them, and just, you know, they're really, really great to talk to, and they love having conversations with people. Now he has a few premium ones if it's a bulky item. And these are all individuals. You can buy these separately or you can pay for them there. I did pay for the professional photo op for this one, so I'm excited about that one. And let's see, what else? So let's go ahead and go back to this sheet. This is where the budgeting comes in. Now, a lot of these will be going into Sunday, but I don't have any plans for anybody on Sunday. If I cannot get to them on these other days and they're going to be here on Sunday, then I will move my time to Sunday to get them. Sunday is going to be our shopping day and our laid back. We will probably go, but only for a few hours, not really a long time, if we get everything done here. So starting with Vincent D'Onofrio, this is what I'm going to highlight for us. Oh, it's pretty dark. All right, there is that one. That's $70. Richard Dreyfuss is another actor. If you've seen the movie Jaws and heard the quote, "We're going to need a bigger boat," put that in the comments. Let me know you're this far in the video. My husband wants an autograph from him as well. He's done many other things. I'll show you his picture. Here you go. That's Richard Dreyfuss there. Hooper in Jaws. Oh, he was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. As you can tell, I'm an 80s kid. I don't know anything. Mr. Holland's Opus. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. There's all his credits, so if you know him, that's where he's from. I like him a lot. And everybody should know, if you don't, Ming Na Wen. She was the voice of Mulan. I have that one here. I don't want to show you every time I come across somebody, but she's one of my favorites. These are the ones I'm going to... Oh, here she is. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was in The Mandalorian, and she was also in the Book of Boba Fett. So that is her, and we collect all the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett's autographs when we go. If anybody's there from those series, that's where we get... that's where me and my son go to get autographs from. So I'm excited to meet her. So she separated hers into two, where you have Saturday $80 for the autograph and then $60 for the selfie. So some of these premium actors, they do charge more, and I don't mind that as long as I can afford that. So it's the same person. I just broke it down the way that they had it broke down in the system. So that is what me and my husband want, and I'm going to see Vincent D'Onofrio on Saturday, Richard Dreyfuss on Friday, and then Saturday is Ming Na Wen, and that is that. So my son actually is getting all of these. This is his wish list. Now I do have an extra wish list down here if we have money and time, but I'm not going to go over that today. I'll let you know when I come back with my results on what the budget, how well we stuck with the budget here. So like I showed you earlier, Christopher Lloyd, that's me and my son. So I think I'll just draw, oh no, we'll just do it this way. Now it's coming out of my son's because he told me first, and I'm like, oh yes. So that's a combination of both of us. And we're doing the Friday is his first day, so that's when we're going to do the table. A lot of these are voice actors, so everything from here down is where we're going to, was for my son. So Thursday we're going to try to get 10 autographs, and these are the prices for all those autographs. All of these, if there was a combination of autograph selfie price for the table, I put that price here. If we change our mind when we get there and it's less, then that would be great. But more than likely, we'll spend more, not less. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 autographs we're going to try to get on Thursday. Thursday is the least amount of people normally, because people come the weekend in order to get because of work, basically. They come after work on Friday and then they stay all weekend. We come Thursday, get as many autographs we know that are happening on Thursday. That's $550 just Thursday. Friday, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 autographs we're going to try to get. If we can't get them on Friday, we'll probably get them Saturday or Sunday. But more than likely we can. My priority on Friday, I probably will go to Christopher Lloyd first, and then Richard Dreyfuss, and then meet all my son's favorites. And with the VIP shorter lines, I definitely could get through this, because last year we did Thursday 11 voice actors all in one day, and that was not even a full day. It started at 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, starting at 2 o'clock until, I think we stayed until about 6, we were able to get 11 autographs with our VIP passes. So that's pretty cool. So I'm confident we'll get what we want each day. Saturday, we're going to start with Vincent D'Onofrio, and then Ming Na Wen. I want to get mine first and then do the rest of my son's, which there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, so that's not that bad. And then we have nothing planned on Sunday. Now, typically we have photo ops. So we're going to do Christopher Lloyd, Colleen O'Shaughnessy duo. It's going to be with her and, gosh, what is his name? It's supposed to be Sonic and Tails, if you're into the Sonic video games and stuff. So Roger Craig Smith and Colleen O'Shaughnessy are doing a duo set of photos together because they're Tails and Sonic, and that is what people are mostly coming for. I mean, they're also voice actors for other things, but this is what the combination of people want. And so we bought that ticket. There's a lot of times they'll have individual actors like, oh wow. Like Christopher Lloyd, and let's just say any of the other characters from Back to the Future were there, they would do a group photo, and that would be another option. So they do individuals and groups. I think Colleen's only doing group duos. So, and Mae Whitman is the other person that we're going to do a photo op with. That's for my son. I recognize her, but I remember her as a child actor, not... there we go. Mae Whitman. And she's done all of these things. He knows her as a voice actor. I want to say she was, it's not listed here. But I think she was in Independence Day, and she was the daughter of the president in that movie, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go look it up. But this is what she's known for mostly at these cons, and that's what she has listed here. So that's the other photo op, my son, and it's just going to be my son and her. I'm not going to do a photo op there, and I'm not going to do a Sonic and Tails photo op either. That's not me, just the Christopher Lloyd. So I'm excited about that. And if I get any others, here's some others I would think about, and these are more my personal preference. So like I said, I'm not going to really go in depth with that, and I don't want to highlight and color all of these when you know they're all for my son. Off to the side, I did break it down if it was autograph and selfie or if it was autograph only, so I can keep track of that. And let's see what else. And so the total here is $1,700. That's where I got the $1,700, and then it's broken down per day. So this is how I do my Galaxycon. This is how I make sure I know what day I'm doing what, who I'm going to see, and then I also make sure who do I want photo ops with, who are more important, and my son and I go over what we want to do and who we want to meet, and that is how this turns out. So I'm really excited for Galaxycon. That is how I make my budget. That is how I make it work. And I'm excited to see you there if you're going. If not, and you get to go to a con in your local area, let me know what you think of it. Is this something you do? If it's not something you do, I would love to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we wait.